guys, it's 21 Maxwell here, and welcome to the latest episode of WWE Updates, where it is WWE Fastlane, our Raw exclusive pay-per-view, and our final pay-per-view before WrestleMania. I've decided for WrestleMania that I'm just going to make it unlimited time, so we can fit in as much as possible, probably end up being a 5-6 hour show in-game time, to put on the best show possible. So hopefully here we've built up a few things that will basically be WrestleMania matches confirmed. Few other chances of just giving people opportunities, and overall hopefully a good show you guys can enjoy, and as always we'll explain stuff, storylines, etc. As time goes along. So as always, thanks for watching, and here we go. It's WWE Fastlane 2018, and I can just confirm we are booked on pay-per-view because the last one was on the network, meaning we're going to make some pay-per-view money just to help us a little bit financially, but here we go. So we are in the Aloha Stadium in Hawaii, 49,097 in attendance, so just shy of a full house. And we basically start the show. I like to always start shows with hype packages like you would get in real life, counting that down, then you get the pyro, etc. So I've opted for that. Our main event is going to be Rollins, Reigns, and Ambrose. I feel like, how can you build up to WrestleMania by having a Shield main event? The winner of the Shield main event is in the main event of WrestleMania. So former brothers all on the line, and that's an A90 hype video, which get the crowd hotter, gets the show off to a strong start, and it continues their storyline, although it loses heat because of the amount of heat that's already in the feud. We then have a promo from The Rock. So The Rock, basically this is just announcing that The Rock's here. He's in the premises. The Rock will have a match at WrestleMania. B plus 88, maybe could have been a bit better for The Rock, but it got the crowd hotter. Came out of this looking excellent. It starts the show well, and it lets people know he's here, and he'll have a little involvement in something later on to set up something for WrestleMania. Our opening contest was about to had some decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat, and it was the Revival defeating American Alpha in 15:21 when Dash Wilder defeated Chad Gable by pinfall with a Yakuza kick. Butchered that horribly. But the Revival become tag team champions. Problem being, I wanted to change a lot of titles at WrestleMania, but some had to go today. So I felt like, we'll put the title on the Revival, they probably deserve it. A fantastic B83 rating. Everybody stepped up their game. Chad Gable 76, Jason Jordan as well. Dash Wilder with an 80 and a 67 for Scott Dawson. Continues the Glorious Departure storyline. I'd basically taken out DIY due to the injury of Gargano and put in the Revival to that feud basically. Jason Jordan improving flying skills, Scott Dawson in technical performance, and Chad Gable in performance skills. I mean, these two have been at it for a while. The Revival have been pulling some singles victories out, and I just felt it was time to put the titles on them. American Alpha's a weird one. I do want to give them single runs, but I just don't want to make it lost in the shuffle. So I think we may keep them as a tag team for probably about another 6 months to a year before we make that decision. But title goes to Revival. Solid opening match. Next up, and about that had some decent wrestling but didn't have much heat. Xavier Woods defeated Kofi Kingston in 12:55 with a TKO. B-73. Not too bad because both guys have mingled in the main event, but they haven't really had a proper intense feud between them since the proper New Day split. Xavier Woods get a 65. Kofi Kingston with a 70. Kofi not suited to his gimmick, but overall it advances the storyline. These will probably end the feud there. I do feel like I'm going to do like a draft. Kind of like a draft, couple of trades and stuff like that. Basically the night after WrestleMania, so I feel like some of these will move to SmackDown just to freshen things up, and I really want to give both of these guys good little single runs. No skill improvements, a good win for Xavier. Negatives, both men holding back. Overall, delighted with that. It's okay considering where they are on the Raw brand. Next up, it was about that had some subpar wrestling and little heat, and it saw Bayley defeat the likes of Carmella, AJ Lee, Sasha Banks, All Red Everything, Eva Marie, and Liv Morgan in 16:05 when Bayley defeated AJ Lee for Rose Plant Bailey making the third defence of the Women's Championship. B-74, pretty good because some of these ladies are not as over as we'd like. AJ is not really as over as we want. Carmella's still a work in progress, and Liv Morgan will get there eventually. And this is reflected with Carmella's 47 in-ring performance, 79 for Bailey, 58 for AJ Lee, 73 for Sasha Banks. Just below her is Eva Marie with 69. Yes, Eva Marie, 69 in-ring performance. This actually happened. And Liv Morgan with 54. Similar to, like I said, the last matchup between Kofi and Xavier, a couple of the women's wrestlers will probably switch over to SmackDown as well to freshen things up. But a great matchup there. And it's a division that we're just going to keep building and building as the ladies get more experienced. AJ Lee improving in performance skills. Negatives here. Eva Marie's stamina. And that's pretty much it in Liv Morgan's inconsistency. But overall, a good showing from our women's athletes. Next up, we've got the greatest tag team of all time, Mojo Bojo, cut a promo. Just basically a little comedy thing about going where I just have them as a tag team, thinking they're the greatest of all time. Both of them improvised well, a C plus 66. Still a long way to go, but they mostly do lose. However, not today, as in about, they had decent wrestling and little heat. Mojo Bojo defeated System X when Bo Dallas defeated Hayato de Fujita in 11:53 by pinfall while using a foreign object. Mojo Rawley was a weak link, still need to build him up. A very solid B-74. Hashimoto with 76, as does Junior Fujita. He's also getting better his gimmick. A 52 for Mojo Rawley, a 69 for Bo. This is building both guys up. Bo's certainly young enough, and as I say, it's a comedy tag team. We're hoping to get over. No skill improvements, but they're certainly benefiting from the time they're getting, to showcase their talents on Raw. And no negatives, so a good win there for Mojo Bojo. Next up, we had a bout between two luchadors, and a bout that had decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. The returning Caristico defeated Flamita in 13:32 by pinfall with La Mystica. A B82, I'll take that, a good matchup there. Caristico with an 81, Flamita with a 67. But the former Mystico, the former Sin Cara, I just felt like, let's give him a proper opportunity here. He's hopefully going to learn from his mistakes from real life, and will be certainly a good acquisition in game. So a solid B82. Next up, we've got a promo from John Cena, his matchup with Dolph Ziggler. The idea behind this feud again, Ziggler wants to prove he can still hang at the top. John Cena is obviously going to WrestleMania. He is the Royal Rumble winner, and he's just going to show Ziggler. He's like, okay, you want an opportunity? Here we go again. So B plus 87. Cena worked the crowd well. The storyline continues, and Cena was fantastic. But before that, we'll get CM Punk versus Baron Corbin. So I must have positioned that promo wrong. But CM Punk defeats Baron Corbin in 17:34 by Pepsi Plunge or a GTS or whatever. Punk basically hinted at a future heel turn. B82, no real reason for this feud. I just kind of stuck these two together, give them something to do. Both have, Corbin has plans for WrestleMania at the moment. Punk, I'm still figuring out what to do with him. But the fact that both guys get an 89, I think this would probably be a B+, with a storyline behind it. So no skill improvement, so a win for CM Punk. And yet we can see there the lack of what associated storyline is probably the reason why it's only a B82. But that's why it was placed where it was on the card. We eventually get that matchup between Cena and Ziggler. And in about, they had great wrestling and good heat. John Cena defeats Dolph Ziggler in 21:13 with the Attitude Adjustment. This getting A92. These two just keep continuing to bring it. It's pretty much giving Dolph Ziggler a new lease of life in this save. And, obviously we're going to put Cena over, and it gained heat in the storyline because he's going to WrestleMania. It's the main event. Ziggler off his game in a 92. Both guys win 89. Absolutely fantastic. And it really makes me think, is there a good position for Ziggler to get into post WrestleMania? But good there. Few negatives. I am absolutely delighted with that. Well done, both those guys. Next up, we've got The Undertaker making his entrance to the ring. He's just going to make an announcement here on what his plans are for WrestleMania, and that gets an A90. So who will The Undertaker face? I had in mind for him to face a certain wrestler, but storylines elsewhere has meant that this is what's going to happen with Undertaker at WrestleMania. The Undertaker is in the ring and he is beaten down by Braun Strowman. So Braun Strowman, who was in developmental in October, has came to the ring, has beat down the Undertaker, and has got an A-star 100 for that segment. So we are going to go Undertaker versus Braun Strowman at WrestleMania. Strowman has benefited massively because of all the events with the WWE Grand Prix, and he's getting Undertaker at WrestleMania. Short matchup, hopefully. Still to decide who wins. You know, if we keep Undertaker going at WrestleMania, or if we decide that it's time to retire. But a good win for Strowman. Delighted with that. Or a good beat down by Strowman, I should say. Good angle. Next up, and about that had great wrestling and good heat, Cesaro defeated The Miz in 2105 by pinfall with the neutralizer, followed interference by Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Cesaro wins the US title. So a B+89, Cesaro getting better his gimmick. It continues the stealing girlfriend storyline but loses heat because of the high heat in that storyline. Both gents win 91. Basically here we've obviously Cesaro was heel with Eva Marie. Eva Marie then turned on him to join with The Miz, meaning Cesaro turned face. The Miz has got the hot girlfriend, obviously he's divorced with Maurice in this, so that's why he was with Eva Marie. He was saying to The Rock, you know, when Rock made an appearance on Raw, I'm Mr. Hollywood, I'm Mr. A-lister, you're a nothing, etc. You know, you're just back here for whatever reason, I can do both. And that is why The Rock has came and attacked The Miz, meaning at WrestleMania, we are going to have The Miz versus The Rock. The rematch that should have happened years and years, the attack years and years ago. I just feel like, you know, Miz getting himself so over, he deserves that opportunity. So that's going to happen. Cesaro does have a match planned, but you can find that out in the next video at WrestleMania. No skill improvements, only negative. There's Corey Graves. And before our main event, we've got Dean Ambrose hyping up the main event matchup against Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. B+88, he says this is his last chance to get to the main event at WrestleMania. He wants to get his champion. He's going to beat his two brothers. So that's the last chance storyline advancing, and Dean Ambrose coming out of it looking excellent. A hype video again, similar to the hype video at the start of the show, just again, I always feel before main events you need to get a hype video in just to get people ready for it. A91 advances the storyline. How will the matchup draw? A-star 98, so absolutely fantastic, and about that had sensational wrestling and great heat. Roman Reigns defeats both his Shield brothers, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, in 2708 when Roman Reigns defeated Seth Rollins by pinfall. Roman Reigns makes defense number 8 of the WWE Championship. So great performance from all three superstars. The segment gained heat. It's going to be the end of the feud here because obviously Roman Reigns will now get to defend his championship against the Rumble winner. But Rollins won 94, Ambrose won 96, Reigns won 87. We'll find WrestleMania plans now for Ambrose and Rollins going forward. Dean Ambrose is improving his flying skills though. Few negatives are literally again Corey Graves and Reigns' inconsistency, but great matchup there, great way to end the show as we see John Cena and Roman Reigns stare down. So that is your WWE Championship main event. Roman Reigns, the champion since pretty much June, against John Cena, who if he wins becomes the record holder of all time for WWE Championship or World Heavyweight title reigns. Unsure if it's going to main event as much as it should main event. The lack of psychology between these two makes me a bit worried about it. But I may just hope that their overness and how much heat there'll be in the feud can hopefully drive it over the line. But we'll see. I might make it The Miz versus The Rock. In fact, why don't you guys let me know what you think? If you can put in the description below the description in the comment section, sorry, what you think should be the main event. Should it be Roman Reigns versus John Cena, or The Miz versus The Rock? Because you get the big name of The Rock there. So the performance of Cena was fantastic, and Roman Reigns came across well. And we end the show with an absolutely solid A-star 96. Not bad for a Raw pay-per-view, but it shows the great star power we've got in the main event, and the fact we can use the likes of the Revival, get a good matchup, a very strong women's division, building up some other superstars, and we've got the likes of Mojo Bojo who can perform comedy stuff. So as expected, praising all three. Seth Rollins is pleased, Dean Ambrose was pleased, as was Roman Reigns. So delighted with that. Say, solid show, the Raw brand is strong. And this is them losing Bray Wyatt, who went to SmackDown, which is absolutely crazy when you think about it. So let's have a look. 749 went to the Wild at the Weekend, our women's show. At least we found out we've got 2 million views, 4.11 on pay-per-view. So as I say, the women's show did well, 39,000, nearly 40,000 viewers on the WWE Network. That's going well. We're certainly noticing some wrestlers are getting more over. And the companies that we've got as development are getting more over through the network, so that's plan's working fine. That'll help us long term. And Dave Bautista is going to retire in 3 months. That's a shame, Dave. Do we bring him back in a 3-month deal? Give him a match up at WrestleMania? Probably not. Maybe use him as a GM down the line. Jushin Thunder Liger signed a written deal with New Japan. I couldn't get him to obviously sign that, and I felt like no point in editing it. So we can sign it because we weren't really using them as much. A 4.11 rating, and John Cena loves Mojo Rawley, so Mojo Bojo continues to run wild. But overall, up to 103 million. How much did we make off that then? 14 million off pay-per-view revenue, so we made massive amounts in that pay-per-view, because obviously our one would have been on the network, which would be under media, so delighted with that. WrestleMania will definitely be under pay-per-view. I might see if we maybe do like a little special before WrestleMania, just like a Saturday night's main event. We'll put that in the network and we'll see how people enjoy it. We'll get a chance to see the Raw and SmackDown rosters collide against each other in a kind of entertaining show. So I need to work on the morale issues. A lot of key talents are unhappy. Kevin Owens is still a bit unhappy despite having nearly 100k worth of bonuses. But at least financial doing well, as I say, 100 million. We'll probably lose a good bit of money, but it's still good profit this month. Obviously last month we lost a lot because of the network. Prestige 100, Momentum's 94, that's good. We're a global company. As I say, we just need to keep, or we can't really get any higher. I suppose we just need to try and keep getting these as high as possible. I mean as in next size with the highest level. But I think what we should do is just keep trying to get good shows, keep trying to get over in as many places as possible. Because when the industry is in its proper decline, that's when we might drop to an international company. But overall, it's going good, and we keep pushing more stars over. So what can we look at before we finish up? I don't want to keep these about for too long. See who our champions are now. Michael Elgin on the ECW. He's had it for a month. That's at C plus 71. Roman Reigns has had it since June. 8 title defences and A-star 100. Cruiserweight Championship, Kenny Omega's had it since October. A C62. The Intercontinental Championship is a C plus 71 with AJ Styles, who's had it since last month, December. Defended it 6 times already. Just try to build up a bit of prestige there. Money in the Bank, obviously Sami Zayn was the last person to win it, and that's at B plus 85. The B78, disappointing for the Rumble, but John Cena has his 3rd Royal Rumble victory. The SmackDown Women's Championship, Emma has had it since October. Obviously she's struggled with a bit of injuries, hence the lack of title defences. The Tag Team Championships on SmackDown will take a bit of time to get the prestige back up, but a C minus 56. This came a long way already since it's D minus 41, so that'll take a bit of time. We'll keep building it up. The Trios Championship is on the Shield, although they're going to vacate it because they're obviously it's part of their storyline, and so we could get Luke Harper to SmackDown. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the Trios Championship. We don't really have many Trios teams about. on either brand. But I don't want a brand that a failure. I've only had it less than 6 months, so we'll see what we do with that. The US title C plus 71, again mid card. Maybe we should take it off mid card and just let it float, see how high we can get it. But the Miz done well with it, Cena as well. And you can see there the fact it's constantly been C plus 71 shows. In fact, we'll just do that just now. We'll just make it a floating championship. We'll do it the same with the IC because we've clearly got champions that are much higher than the overness that these title belts carry, and we want to try and raise the prestige of these championships as much as possible. So that's them. Women's Championships at C plus 70 with Bayley. Goes for a good few champions there, but it was her turn to hold the belt. C62 for the Women's Money in the Bank. B plus 85 for the WWE World Grand Prix with John Cena. Obviously that was the maiden one. World Tag Team Championships. A lot of champions so far. From pretty much when we started the save, we've had the New Day, Nakamura and the Tami, the Guns, the Club, Enzo and Big Cass, the Club again, the Vaudevillains, and then American Alpha, and then now we're giving it to Revival. So a lot of champions, but I feel like a lot of guys deserve a title run, and it's not exactly being hot potatoed. Everyone's usually getting a good 2-3 month as champion. Of course, that leaves the World Heavyweight Championship. Sami Zayn, who's just recently re-won it, second championship run, and since we've brought it back, obviously Cena get the run with it. But Nakamura, KO, Sami Zayn the first time, Cena's win because of the whole glitch, and then Bray Wyatt. So I'm looking forward to it. There's a couple of matches that should be built up for WrestleMania. Of course, probably looking at Bray Wyatt versus Luke Harper as well from SmackDown. I'll decide properly what we're going to do with Sami Zayn, if it's going to be Kevin Owens, if Randy Orton's going to be involved. And of course, we've got Brock Lesnar versus Ruru as well. So last but not least, we'll quickly just put push as main event pushes. Look and see where our guys' overness is. AJ rocking the 90s. Apollo Crews is back down to 82s. Baron Corbin pretty much a vary between 75 and 87 in some places. So he's certainly over. Big E, solid 81s, although I can't mind the last time he won. Braun Strowman, solid mid 80s, low 80s. As I say with Braun, if you go to his progress, you'll see here, the guy was a 48 before the Grand Prix, and look at that. I mean, that's some, especially the fact in 2 months he got up to like an 86 in one place from a 48. So he's came a long way. 34, so a lot going for him, and hopefully we can get him over. Bit more. Bray Wyatt's down to 90s. Cesaro 89s, 87s. CM Punk routing about the 89, 90s. Unsure what I'm going to do with him. He's definitely turning heel, but where he's going to go remains to be seen because he's just a cancer in the dressing room. 94s, 93s for Dean Ambrose. Ziggler has come up to 80s, so I think he's just off that main event slot. So it sounds pretty realistic. John Cena in early 90s, 91s, 92. KO just short of the 90s. Luke Harper the same, just short of the 90s, but he certainly came a long way. Randy Orton, he's never really got over with me. He's kind of always been that 85, 86 level. But maybe he deserves that one last push because he hasn't been champ for a while. Roman Reigns, 94, 95s, as the whole time he has been in this save has just been phenomenal. Rusev with 83s, 82s. Sammy's with the 91, 92s. So again, he's fairly over. Same kind of idea for Seth Rollins, who's done fantastic as well. Nakamura, 86, 87, so a lot of guys over. And then the Miz has dropped actually to 82s, 84s, although I feel a lot of that is probably because of that defeat there. Yet we can see there, 90s, so he lost a lot of heat because of that defeat to The Rock. Because of The Rock, defeat to Cesaro. But as much as folk think, how can you have a guy main event with that overness? We've got another month to build them up before WrestleMania. It's going to be the last week of March, sorry. So plenty of time to get the Miz where we want to be. So that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you for watching. It's always deeply appreciated. So if you've got any comments on the series, you leave them in the comments section below. I'll try and get back to as many of them as possible. As always, any shares, likes, and subscriptions are always deeply appreciated. If you've got any predictions for what you think the WrestleMania card could be, let me know down below, and we'll see who gets closest to the real card. And If you've got any kind of wrestlers you would like to see signed in the future, we can have a look at them. And you'd like to see pushed going into the new wrestling year, in my opinion, after WrestleMania, let me know and we can see if we can get some of them pushed going into next year's WrestleMania. But I say, as always, guys, thanks for watching. If you want to get involved in the whole TW YouTube business, there's a couple of links down below that can help you get involved. It can give you a great platform of places to put your stuff on, and hopefully people can notice you, and then from there, hopefully your channel can grow and grow, and as a community, we can all thrive. But until then, guys, I'm now going to try and plan out the rest of WrestleMania, and hopefully the show can deliver and beat last year's WrestleMania, which I'm just going to quickly look. So show history 2017, we're aiming to beat, and find it, an A94. So that's the aim, we have to beat A94 with WrestleMania 34. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Take it easy. See you real soon. Bye bye.